let's get to Ahmed Hassanein. All right, so he had 2 sacks in the game against the Bengals, and of course we're going to talk about him. I know the guys got to talk to him on Friday, or talk about him on Friday, but we have to talk about him. 2 tackles for losses, 2 sacks, 2 quarterback hits, 4 tackles. I'll say Ahmed Hassanein, this is where he deserves all the credit in the world. That dude's been working his ass off, and it showed on Thursday. Like, all the results showed. Like, he showed as a guy, and I know Corey and Ahmed probably hate when people mention this, but I'm going to mention it to kind of pump him up a little bit. He's only been playing football for a couple years, and he already looks better than everyone else.
Yeah.
So that says a lot about Ahmed. That says a lot about his work ethic, because he looked like a pro out there. And credit to Kelvin Shepherd, too. They set him up a lot. They did some stunts, and they got him in positions to succeed, and he got after it and took advantage of it. So there's definitely a role for Ahmed Hassanein on this team. I'm excited for him. I know you mentioned it before that, once you get past Aiden, once you get past DJ Wanham, once you get past Derek Moore, that Ahmed Hassanein's that guy, right after those guys. I wholeheartedly agree. And I think I said this too, like the coaching staff kind of put him in that big edge role. Perfect fit for him too. Doesn't have all the bend, but he doesn't need to, because his strength is power and relentlessness and high motor, and he makes guys quit. Like, sacking Joe Burrow is a hell of an accomplishment for a guy like Ahmed, man. Like,
he manifested it.
He said he was going to do it and went out there and did it. So I'm pleased with him. I think he should still get run in the preseason. I know he got hurt last preseason, so maybe people will be more hesitant to do that. But I think it's good reps for him to get before the regular season, considering he missed all of last season, basically. So I'd still give him run. But just in terms of skill, he looks like he's ready to contribute. I don't know at what capacity, but he will be out there this year for you. And I think you feel really comfortable about it.
I think, too, like Dan was asked about him again the other day. And the one thing that I took away, Dan had a whole thing breaking him down. The one thing that I really was like, hold on a second. Dan was like, he belongs. Yeah. And like, he looks like he belongs, and he showed that he belongs. And I think that's one of the biggest things, especially for a guy. What round did he get picked, guys? Round 6?
Yeah,
so for like a 5th, 6th, 7th round or undrafted guy, there's always, obviously, like, we know Ahmed and his brother, like, obviously in our minds we're like, yeah, he belongs. But you have to go out there and prove it, right? Like, when you're a late draft pick, you have to go out there and put it on the field for people to look like, oh, no, he does belong. And I think he did on Thursday. And I think last year, he had a sack last year before he got hurt, and he looked good last year before the injury. And then you're sitting there, you're going this year, it's like now all of a sudden, boom, he's back, and he's making his rounds again. And, like, it's not just the Thursday game. It's like all through camp, his name just keeps coming up. And it's not just Dan Campbell. It's all the positional coaches bringing him up. It's his teammates bringing him up. Hutch brings him up. Like, these guys that are on the field with him are like, hey, man, Ahmed Hassanein is a problem. Like, he's making noise at camp. And then when you have that kind of pressure of, hey, you're making noise at camp, does it translate to games? And then he shows up and does what he did. He didn't just have 2 sacks, guys. He had 2 sacks, a couple tackle for losses, 2 quarterback hits. Like, he was dominating. And then also on top of that, let's go around the room real quick. What's the one thing about Ahmed Hassanein that we all, like, I think everyone questioned a little bit? Kind of the tweener. He's kind of a little undersized to play inside, but he's a little more undersized, kind of in and out guy. I think Dan brought up, like, they tried to throw him at the 3 tech a little bit just to see. I'm pretty sure I couldn't hear who they were asking about, but I think they were talking about him. And I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but he brought it up and was like, we're throwing him in different positions, right? That kind of bigger edge or whatever. And they said when he plays that position that he's now starting to learn how to take on double teams. He's starting to learn, hey, I can't lose my spot here. And, like, those are things when you start to learn that as a first-year guy, second-year guy, and you're not like an Aiden Hutchinson, that's valuable, guys. Like, when you can help stop the run on first down, help stop the run on second down, or even third and short, stop the run, and you're making plays like that, like, I don't think people realize that gets you on the field as a defensive lineman.
Absolutely.
That gets you on the field, and that starts to turn into, hey, we could trust him at anything. And you saw this last week. When he was out there, he was helping stop the run. He was getting tackles. He was even if the running back got 3 yards up the field.
What's going on, guys? It's Jeff, and I interrupted the video to tell you about our sponsor, Prize Picks. It's a scorching sports summer, and you can make all your picks on Prize Picks. Women's basketball and baseball are heating up. Every football preseason game is kicking off this month on Prize Picks, and with that, big tennis slams and major golf tournaments on the horizon. There's no better place for all your summer sports picks than Prize Picks, America's #1 sports pick app. Now, I have my picks for Detroit versus New Orleans to kick off the upcoming football season. Very simple. I'm going with 3 players. Going with the more. Jahmyr Gibbs, more, 0.5 rushing and receiving touchdowns. Sam Laporta, more, 47.5 receiving yards. And Chris Olave, more, 69.5 receiving yards. You can tell my picks on Prize Picks because NFL preseason is already here. And there's no better place to run your game than Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. We've got star players on new teams and rookie class ready to take over, all while teams look to get started on the biggest football season yet. Make a lineup with player stats, pick game winners, spreads, or totals, and combine your picks in the same lineup, all on Prize Picks, now available in all 50 states, including California, Texas, Georgia, and Florida. All you have to do is download the app today, use the code CLNS to get $150 instantly in lineups if you win your first $5 lineup. Again, download the app today, use the code CLNS to get $150 instantly in lineups if you win your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. Now let's get back to the video.
And it's like that's to me, that's what you want in an edge room right there. So if you're talking about like Hutch, DJ Wanham, Derek Moore, to me it's Ahmed Hassanein. I said it a couple weeks ago. I think he's your 4th best player on that edge, in that edge room.
Here's a question, and I know Easy threw it out on the watch party, and maybe this could be a poll. Who has more sacks this year, Ahmed Hassanein or Derek Moore?
I think it could be close, dude.
Yeah.
Watching Ahmed come off the edge, like when he knew, hey, this is a pass down, 3rd down, coming off the edge, like full force, he was a problem.
Yeah.
Like it was legit. Like go back and watch it. It was like, hold on a second. Like you throw him against any tackle, and obviously maybe there's tackles he might struggle with, like a Trent Williams or something, some like the dogs in the league. But throw him against like an average tackle, he's winning that battle.
Well, I think the answer to this question, it has to do with what your expectations are for Derek Moore. Like for me, I think we had what's our bet? 5 sacks?
Yeah.
It was 5.5.
Yeah, there was a half in there.
Yeah. So I think the under. So like I don't expect. I just don't think it's fair to put high expectations on him. So for my expectations, I don't think it's that crazy. Like I'm gonna get a couple sacks this year for sure.
I think.
I don't think it's gonna be that. I think it'll be close.
5.
Unless you think Derek Moore can get maybe 8 sacks, then I'm like, okay, I get that. But if you're in my ballpark, I don't think it's that crazy. Easy brought it up on the watch party, and when he said it at first, I'm like Derek Moore, but then I was like, wait, hold up, yeah. Could Ahmed get 4 sacks this year?
I think he could get 5. Like I couldn't. Like, dude, he just got 2 in this Bengals game. There's going to be a game this year where he's like 1.5 sacks. You're like, wait a second.
Well, the thing he does, he just finds a quarterback. It's just like it's not about who's a better overall player. Take all that out the window. Who's getting more sacks? It's like the AQM thing. Like Ahmed just finds. He has like a knack for it.
Yeah.
Like as a rookie, he got a sack in the preseason, and he's super raw.
And
so like think about.
At Boise State, the guy had 12+ sacks.
Yeah, I was about to say
he's a production guy. Like he knows how to get to the court. He's savvy with it. He knows what he's doing.
I mean, it all depends on how they utilize him, because in terms of like how they stun him, how they line him up. But I think he could, if the interior is as improved as we think they're going to be, then that should absolutely allow the opportunity for one-on-ones for him and people like Derek Moore to go out there and eat. So I could absolutely see it. And just the motor, he has a Hutch-like motor, and that's what you love to see out of a guy in the 6th round. And to be honest, if Brad were to hit on Ahmed Hassanein type of edge, I think we got to give him all the credit in the world, because it's a position that we have clamored for absolute years. And for you to do that, and then you have a guy like Derek Moore who can also, have that kind of upside. I think the future is looking bright at the other edge spot.
Also, too, just something to think about with Ahmed Hassanein and when it comes regular season is you talk about a motor, right? That motor is not going to, like, the fatigue of it. He's not like out there 80% of the snaps like Hutch is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's coming out there fresh.
So he's fresh.
Yeah.
And it's not just fresh, the first quarter. He's probably going to, let's just say, for example, Hutch plays 50-something snap. Ahmed's probably getting 10, 15, maybe max 20, because you would also have Derek Moore and you have DJ Wanham. So it's like this is a guy that's going to be a rotational piece. He will be fresh every time. If you have a guy that his skill set is to get to the quarterback like him, he is going to get to the quarterback. It's like with AQM. AQM did not play a lot of snaps last year. Go look at the snap count.
Yeah.
But his specialty was quarterback.
He just got to get a little more crafty, because you can't outpower everybody at the NFL level, and that's why I really want to see him like in the regular season and how he is going to measure up against some of these starting tackles. But like I said, if he continues to work, bro, he could make an impact on this team.
Yeah, and again, to your Brad Holmes point, like, yeah, give him the credit. This is where their philosophy on the human being first there is times where it works because this is like a prime example. Like at the time it was like, oh, you're taking it's a project player, but like he has the work ethic, the mentality. He's the perfect fit from a human being perspective, and the work ethic, you see it. I mean, the guy's he's a stud. So I got nothing but good things to say. Right now, the poll's basically 50-50. I mean, Hassanein is now leading 51-49.
I'm interested in that. Maybe it's going to end up being like a 5 and a 6 thing. Like one's at 5, one's at 6.
I would still say Derek Moore just because I think he's a little more polished right now. I think Wolverine Network put it in there too. But Ahmed has just a motor that, to KG's point, only Aiden probably has on his team.
Yeah.
Not saying that like Derek Moore doesn't have a motor, but the way he plays is just different.
Like, would you be shocked if we got to week 10 and Ahmed Hassanein already has 5 sacks?
No,
because if considering the role they'll probably have him in, that big end role, they'll play him out the opposite side of Hutch. Like, that's really the role right there.
I'm so interested. The one thing I'm interested this year, I want to see how, like, this D line, some of the different combinations that they throw out there. Because you do have a lot of guys. Like Chris Smith was good in the preseason. I wonder if he's going to make the team.
Yeah. You was talking about Skylar Gill-Howard too.
Yeah, Skylar Gill-Howard, they love him. So like, I'm interested to see some of the combinations that they're throwing out there throughout the year with some of the, because you have it's basically outside of Hutch, Aleem, and I mean, I guess you could say Tyleek, but it's like he's still kind of new. Outside of those two, it's all new guys, really.
Well, I think the report, too, because I brought this up for DJ Wanham like a week ago, and then I did Lions Collective. They said that the Lions, and I haven't been to the recent training camp practice, so I don't know if things are changing, but they're saying that on early downs, Tyler Lacey is at edge, just for rundowns.
I will say, and I think Tyler Lacey's having a hell of a camp, and maybe that's something I could be wrong on.
Because I figured it'd be DJ Wanham right away.
But you're right.
And DJ's on third down.
Derek Moore has been hurt, so I wonder. Like I saw one of the videos yesterday. It was the first teams out there, and guess who was going up against Penei Sewell? Derek Moore.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that was something. Just Tyler Lacey's holding it down until there's.
I am curious.
Derek
about
Moore
that.
returns.
Because I thought DJ Wanham. I know he's pretty good at defending the run. So that's why I was like, maybe he's someone you could put on early downs, but they really like. I'm curious to see how. I just need to see the rotation. I'm very curious how they use this rotation.
And we won't know, really.
Not going to know. I don't know how much.
I told y'all, man, this defensive line could actually help your secondary out a lot. And just to throw this tidbit out there, I think Underdog had posted it after the preseason game. Joe Burrow was pressured on like 25% of his dropbacks or something like that. So that Lions defensive line, they getting after it, man.
And this is
they played their starters.
This is the funny thing about just the NFL. Like we're only focused on the Lions, of course. We worry about, man, the Lions have not gotten an edge 2. They've never got a number 1 corner. Bengals have never had a good O-line. They still can't figure that shit out.
It's crazy.
I mean,
you played the starters and that happened.
Bad. Yeah. It's so bad. So, I mean, that's why Joe Burrow basically goes down every single year, to Luke's point in the chat. So, let's see. Let's get some of these comments. I saw also Super Chats are coming in, so I'll get to those first. We'll start with Will, or Michael Weary, actually. Ahmed Hassanein's motor seems to never stop. I'm just saying, Michael, we appreciate the $2. Will says Hassanein will have more sacks. He has a year of being in NFL camp over D Moore. The D-line is about to be nasty this season.
I would love to see this D-line. Like, I know we gave Brad so much last few years, and I honestly think it's well-deserved. The D-line hasn't been good outside of Hutch. So I think it's a very well-deserved pushback to Brad. I would love for finally this thing to come to fruition.